I have no doubt that I could love you forever. The only problem is I really don't. I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time. I don't have the time to be nobody baby mama. I ain't got the time to be nobody girlfriend. I'm good where I'm at. I'm good in the neighborhood. How y'all doing this morning, my babies? How is you doing this morning? I'm so glad that you decided to stop by. What was that? Oh, child, Auntie be here by herself. I be getting scared real quick. I'll move faster than this, and I'm gonna grab me a weapon, and it's over with. I'm trying to tell you, do not come in my house thinking that shit go be sweet. That's your warning. That's your warning. How you doing, my babies? How you doing, my babies? I love you. Thank you for coming to see me. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and head over to TikTok and follow me at pretty_hustler. That's HUZZLER. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Trice Brown 53. Go ahead and follow me at Twitter at Auntie Be Knowing, and also follow me on Facebook at Auntie Be Knowing. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Auntie Be Knowing today. It costs $0 to support Auntie. So why don't you do? So why don't you do it for me? You know you wanna go ahead and see Auntie. Just go ahead and do it for me. Go ahead and support me. Yes, God. It ain't like I'm asking you for some money or some coin. Now, if you want to give it to me, because you know Auntie birthday coming up in about like 4 more months. Ain't it 4 more months? Child, it's almost May. 3 months. It's almost 3 months. It's almost May. So 3 months. I'm a Virgo, baby. A hot Virgo, queen of the Virgos. I start that baby off right. I start the season off right. Well, I think the season actually start like on the 22nd or the 23rd, and my birthday is the 26th. That's all that matters. I think Virgo season like starts on August 22nd or the 23rd, but I started off with the 26th. I kick it off 3 days later, so I'm good. I'm good. Yes, queen of the Virgos. Yeah. My sister is a Virgo. My no good ass daddy is a Virgo. Y'all Virgo men are hell. Y'all Virgo men are hell for real. Y'all Virgo men are hell. Michael Jackson is a Virgo, so he might have been hell. But he are August Virgos, so us August Virgos are a little bit more sympathetic, have a little bit more, care about ourselves than y'all September Virgos. Beyonce. We care. Y'all got that I don't give a fuck attitude, but Virgos can have a I don't give a fuck attitude. It's just you September Virgos are a little bit tougher than us August Virgos, and y'all think that's what make y'all, baby. No. Just because you tough don't mean that I can't rough you up. That means you tough enough to take it. You gonna keep a lick and keep on ticking. But don't think that just because I'm an August Virgo, I'm soft. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass, my ninja. I'll beat your ass. Hey, y'all don't remember that song? What the was it? It went Crime Mob. Was it Crime Mob? It might have been Crime Mob. It might have been Crime Mob. I don't know. I got to look it up and see. Then I'll come back and tell y'all. But that used to be my song. It said, I beat your ass. I beat your ass. I beat your ass, my nigga. I beat your ass. I said ninja. Because I'm trying to, get out of saying nigga, bitches, hoes, slut. I'm trying to use my vocabulary. I know it. So I'm just going to use it. You know what I'm saying? Talk proper English. I'm trying to get that way. Because I'll call you a hoe and a bitch in a minute. I sure will. And that's so degrading and disrespectful. So when you know better, you do better. So Auntie is learning to do better because I know now it's wrong. When I was growing up, I didn't think it was wrong, but the older you get and you get settled and you start seeing like, ooh, that was trash as fuck. A lot of my ways was trash as fuck. I have a lot of homophobic ways about myself as well. I have a lot of transphobic ways about myself as well that I changed. And I really thought because I wasn't homophobic or transphobic because I had certain people like that in my family, or I knew of certain people that was like that and I did disrespect them. But misgendering you, calling you out your name, making you feel less than, that is very transphobic and homophobic as hell. And I'm gonna be honest, the only time that I really ever call a homo out his name or her name, or a trans out their name or her name, his name or her name, is when y'all getting on me. And it doesn't matter if you getting on me or not. I have learned to respond to negative comments in a different way. I have learned to respond with the negativity with positivity. I just, as soon as you try to flip that thing to me, I flip it back to you, but I'm pushing positive energy your way. I don't have time for that, because if you're always in a negative spirit, you're always in a negative light, that's rough on your insides. That's really rough on your insides. Stress, that negativity, those are silent killers to your body. You don't know you're doing wear and tear to yourself, but you're doing some wear and tear to your motherfucking self. So I have learned that I just want to be positive. And that's where you get this positive, energetic me. I've been positive, energetic my whole life, but it was kind of tainted with negativity because of how I grew up in the Black community, because of how I grew up. But now that I'm grown and I know better, I'm finna do better. Period. When you know better, you do better. You're supposed to grow. You ain't supposed to stay the same no way. Anyway, Auntie got her trees already on her handy dandy notebook, and it's time to get into the tea for today. What's the tea for today? Oh, okay. Okay, let me get it together, because Auntie need her glasses. I ain't got my glasses yet. I'm finna go get them. Don't get on me. I'm finna go get them. But anyway, let's take this to the United Kingdom, where a 21-year-old man by the name of Kashif Anwar has been sentenced to life in prison after he was declared guilty of killing his 31-year-old wife and their unborn child, their 17-week unborn child. His wife's name was Fazia Javed. Fazia Javed. He killed her. He killed her and his unborn child by pushing her literally off of an inactive volcano back in 2021, and he did it when they were in Scotland. They were going on a hike with each other. Y'all know how hikes go, and then they went up, a volcano site on the hike, and the volcano's been inactive for years, many years. While they were walking the hiking trail, he pushed her down a steep slope, making her fall 50 feet. She fell 50 feet to the ground. And when witnesses or whatever seen her and got to her, because she fell, she was writhing in pain. And with every amount of strength that she had left, I had to light this tree because this shit just pissed me off. And with every amount of strength that she had left from the fall, because she did end up dying. You fell 50 feet and you're 17 weeks pregnant. Yeah, she did end up dying from it. But she fell, and when the witnesses got to her and was trying to help her or whatever, before she passed away, she told the witnesses, don't let my husband come near me. He's the one that pushed me off this damn cliff. She told them that. They alerted authorities, and she stayed alive until the police got there. She actually died in the hospital. But she held on till the police got there, and they asked her what happened. She told them, My husband pushed me off. They gather her together and they transport her to the hospital where she succumbed to her injuries. And then after they started getting her together, the police that was left at the site, they finally find Anwar, and they asked Anwar what happened. He don't even know that they done told, well, his wife done told the police he was the one that pushed off that cliff. He goes to tell the police he bumped into her. He bumped into her and she fell off the cliff when he nudged her and bumped into her. He said he tried to grab her and she fell. And he came down to see if she was okay. You know, he was trying to reach down to the bottom of the mountain, bottom of the volcano to see if she was okay. She had already been taken to the hospital and authorities were already down there on the ground waiting for his ass, pretty much. So they arrest him right then and there because they know he lying. They know he lying because that lady had already told them that he pushed her. The witness, she also told the witnesses that he pushed her. And when the police did some investigating, they found out that Fawzia, she wanted to leave Anwar. And I've been calling him Anwar. His name is Kashif Anwar. Kashif Anwar. I've been calling him by his last name because that just sounds a little bit better to me. But Anwar. So the police did some investigation and they seen that Fawzia, she wanted to leave Anwar because Anwar was abusive. And she told her family she wanted to leave Anwar because Anwar was abusive. And he probably knew she wanted to leave because Anwar is abusive. And his abusiveness took over. And his abusiveness, his abusive nature, his abusive controlling nature took over, and he devised the plan to get rid of his wife because she didn't want to be with him anymore. That's exactly how that happened. He devised the plan to get rid of Fawzia because she was getting ready to leave him. And he didn't want that baby either. Because she was literally 17 weeks pregnant. 17 weeks pregnant. That's 4 months. You 4 months pregnant. She well into that pregnant. She just made it out of her first trimester. And because that lady didn't want to stay with you because you're doing things like this, you're beating her ass. You're probably beating her ass while she was pregnant, being abusive to her while she was pregnant too. That lady didn't want to go through that. And you devised the plan by saying, baby, let's go take a walk. Let's talk about things. Let's hike. Let's take a walk. Let's do something. You know what I'm saying? You got her feeling comfortable with you to the point that she actually went on a hike with you and took this hike with you, not knowing that this was going to be her last time. But thank God she was able to breathe with her last breath. My husband pushed me off this cliff. And all the pain she was going through, she still managed to say, you did it. You sick. She was pregnant with your child. You didn't even want that baby. And the reason why I say you didn't want that baby is because you killed it. Look what you did. You killed your wife and your child. You killed your wife and your baby because your wife didn't want to be with you because of your behavior. All you had to do was just change your behavior. So instead of going through some therapy, instead of going through some counseling and getting yourself together and changing your ways and showing her you can be different, showing your family that you can be different, you decided, I don't know, you got it up in your head, got the notion up in your head that if she don't want to be with you and if she's leaving you during the time of her pregnancy, she must not want the baby either. So you decided to take her and the baby out of here because I know deep down in your head, you was like, oh man, I don't know if I can change, if I can't change this, and this is what I'm going to do. She's going to leave and she's leaving me for another man. I know that went through your head because abusive men are like that, very much so. When you leave, the first thing they think about is another man taking their place. I don't know why they shift to another man instead of looking at like, bro, you putting me through physical harm. You're doing physical damage to me. They don't look at themselves. They start looking at other people. And they're looking for someone else to blame for why they're doing what they're doing to you. They're never going to be real with themselves and say, I'm the reason. It's me. It's something going on with me. It's something wrong with me. They want to put the blame on you. They want to put the focus on somebody else. So that's how he was thinking probably. And then he went off and just did this. And he real life told the authorities that he bumped into her by accident. Like he nudged her off the damn cliff. Boy, you know you pushed that girl off that damn cliff. You evil asshole. This is where controlling goes too far. That's what that was. You know exactly what you did. You thought she was going to be dead before anybody got to her. That's what was happening. You hiked your pregnant wife way up that cliff, way up there, away, thinking that you was going to be away from people, so you could push her off the cliff. You knew what you was doing. That was calculated. That was actually premeditated. You knew what you was doing. You walked that lady up that cliff. You decided to walk your wife up that cliff and push her off that cliff. And you knew from the set how you had walked her up there, if she was to fall the way she was gonna fall, sudden impact, she was gonna die. She wasn't gonna be able to say nothing. So you were gonna come up with this story that, oh my God, I was with my wife and I pushed her by accident, I pushed her by accident, I tried to save her, blah blah. You was gonna give this heartfelt story, and the police told you, stop. Your wife was alive and she told us you pushed her off that cliff. But they got him. They got him. But what's sad and disappointing to me is he only has to serve a minimum of 20 years of the life sentence. He was sentenced to life. He was sentenced to life, but he only got to serve 20. Out of that, before he's eligible for parole, he's eligible for, parole. All you got to do is just do 20, a minimum of 20. That's all they got to do. And that's a slap in the face. You should never get, you killed two people. You killed your wife and your child. Hell no, you don't deserve to get out for that. That was trash the way they sentenced you. Golly, that was trash. Prayers to her family. Cause that was trash. You know he was dead ass wrong for that one. But let's move on respectfully. And let's talk about another point. Let's get deep into another point that I would like for us as a Black community to speak out about more. About mental health. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how some of us ain't right up here. And it's okay. It's okay. Broken crayons still color. Literally. It's okay to say, I'm not okay. What's not okay is not to go get help when you know you're not okay. That's what's not okay. That's what's not okay. Burying that shit deep in you and then something bad happens. That's not okay. But the reason why I brought up mental health is because I want to talk about Tyrese for a second. Tyrese, there's some clips of Tyrese coming out on the Morning Hustle show and speaking out about that moment back in 2017 that had made him viral. That video that made him viral, where he was breaking down about his 10-year-old daughter, Shayla. And y'all remember, I won't reenact it or nothing like that, because when the video first dropped, And I seen it back in 2017. I ain't even finna lie. I was like, oh my God, something is wrong. Y'all go check on Tyrese. When I seen that happen, I say, y'all go check on Tyrese. Everybody was like, oh no, he attention seeking. He attention seeking. He always do things like this for attention. He a grown ass man, blah, blah, blah. Like they like, but nobody saw what they just didn't see anything. They really immediately went into bashing Tyrese, turning Tyrese into a meme, turning him into a viral video. They immediately like discarded this man's feelings of what he really was going through. Did y'all know that this man at the time was on some serious psych meds? This man was on some serious psych meds. And I'm telling you, the reason why he probably was on the psych meds anyway was because of what he's going through. Because he has something going on mentally anyway that needs to be under control. And he doesn't want to go through things like this and have a mental break. That's why he's on the psych meds. But and what he went through back in 2017, he really was going through a mental depression and everything else like that. Y'all don't know what was going on in that man's household. He probably didn't, y'all sitting over here saying, oh, the psych meds was making him delusional about not seeing his daughter. No, he probably wasn't not seeing his daughter at all. And that's why he was on the psych meds, going through a battling deep depression and stuff like that. Because depression and mental health, all that stuff is real within the Black community. It is real. It happens. And it's not, oh, you crazy. Don't brush that off. Don't brush that off as, oh, you crazy. No, this is an illness. And it needs to be treated. That makes me mad how we just brushed him off like that and turned him into a meme. Thought it was funny. We have to start calling it what it is. We have to face it head on. Black people have the notion to sometimes, just when things like this, especially when it's coming up about mental health, when things like this make you uncomfortable and you don't know what it is and you don't like it, we have the habit of just brushing it off or just trying to get through it or just trying to deal with it. Or so we'll say things like, oh, you crazy. We'll try to dim it down, you know what I'm saying, to make it seem like it's not really actually happening. No, it's actually happening. And we got to deal with it head on. We can't run away from this. This has been happening for a long, long time. This has been happening. This has been happening for a long time. Like, talk to the older people in your family. Talk to your grandma and your granddaddy. Talk to the older people in your family. And they'll tell you, my grandma was born in 1939. And she done seen some stuff. She was born in the year 1939, and she done seen some stuff. She done seen where a lot of people in our community, how we deal with mental health. We keep the mental health child inside. We don't let nobody really around that mental health child. We put that mental health child in a little box where only, close family members only see that child. The outside world don't even really see that other child that's not all the way there sometimes. We try to hide the family member that ain't got it all. Like, we try to hide the family member that ain't got it all together like that. And we let the normal children be seen. And I'm talking about mental health, period. Not, there can be some pretty people that look like me, but it's a mental demon. We hide them. We hide them. Mentally, I'm not right up here. They would have hid me if I wasn't. I born in 1989. My mama would have kept me close a little bit if they seen that something wasn't right with me mentally. They wouldn't let me branch out like that. That's how the Black community is. Oh no, we got to keep this child close. We got to keep this child close within the range. Nobody is really able to really get to know this child. Nobody is really able to really see this child. We shelter this child because that's all we know how to do. Is pretty much, that's a defense mechanism. It almost looked like we damn near in shame of the child, like we ashamed. But no, it's not being ashamed. That's an overprotective defense mechanism. Cause we already know we got to deal with enough being Black, and now my baby ain't normal compared to your standard. Isn't normal, and something isn't right with them mentally. No, we got to keep you here. We're not gonna let you go in the outside world because they're not gonna understand that. And you Black acting like that. Yeah, they're gonna keep you close. They're gonna keep you close. They don't want nobody to hurt you. They don't want nobody to think you being aggressive, but it's you having a mental breakdown and they end up to kill you when they could have just talked you down. You know, they don't want that. So because we have kept that sheltered nature, because we have kept that overprotective and sheltered nature, we don't even reach out to get the proper help because we feel like we're the help. We're giving them the help. No, we're not giving them the help all the time because we didn't get that help. We don't have access to a lot of things that are out there. And I'm telling you, there are places out here that will help you with your mental health. We don't have to be in this fog anymore in the mind. Our mind don't have to just be in this fog anymore and then we just wandering through it, just getting through it because we have to. No, it's okay to say I'm not okay. It's okay to go get help, period. It's okay to say this is hurting me. I need help. Period. It's okay. And the reason why I was using Tyrese, because this is a prime example of like somebody mentally not being okay and y'all trashed them. And that's how we do in the Black community a lot. We'll trash talk you, and that's our way of trying to tell you, boy, you looking stupid. You better pick your ass up and keep it moving. That's our way of trying to get you together. But that's not a good way of getting somebody together either, by trash talking them and making them feel low about it. You making them feel low about itself even more. Like, that can have a reverse effect too now. Like, we got to really start caring about one another. Start caring. Like I said in earlier videos, we have to start caring about one another. That's all that is. We have to start giving a damn about one another. That's crazy. I didn't think that was funny when it first happened. I really wanted to reach out and hug that man. And I don't like hugging people like that. I don't like doing that. Auntie ain't a touch. I don't like being touched like that. But when I seen him break down like that, I was like, ooh, woo, that boy need a hug. That man need a hug, and it's okay. It's okay, baby. Mental health is real. It's real. It's everywhere. It's within the Black community. It's within the white community. It's within the Hispanic. It's real. Mental health is real. And it don't always have to look like, it don't always have to look deformed either. Because some y'all be thinking that people with mental health gotta look a certain way, like they gotta look disformed in the face or disfigured or stuff like that. No. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. People look like Tyrese have mental issues. Tyrese has mental issues. Why do you think he on psych medication? Tyrese has mental issues. Someone that looks like me, just regular, can have mental issues. I can be schizophrenic like a motherfucker. You better not come around because I might snap. I'm trying to tell you. And that's how black people do. They keep those type of children away. Like, no, we don't know how this person gonna act today. That's crazy. You can be a beautiful type of crazy. And I hate saying it like that because it's not really like crazy. It's not crazy. Throw that word crazy away. It's an illness. Literally. God, I hate that. So that's all Auntie really got to talk to y'all about today. Y'all start being kinder to one another and start being a little bit more empathetic, sympathetic, and caring towards people's situations, because you never know what people is going through for real in real life. Okay? Because you just never know. So start being a little bit more kind. It costs $0 to be kind to somebody. It really do. Just pass it on. Be positive. Be nurturing. Is that hurt? Is that hurt y'all? That hurt some of y'all to do that for real? It's crazy. That's crazy. That's beyond me. Thank you for stopping by. I gotta roll me some more trees and sit and wait for Uncle E to call me. I love y'all. Y'all do what Auntie said in the beginning of this video, because I'm not gonna repeat it. Y'all already know I ain't got the patience for that. I love you. Thank you for stopping to talk to Auntie.